Alright guys, me ElfNet Gaming, and I'm back here on the bench again with another radio. This one is one that is in for repair. The customer said it wouldn't charge. Upon a quick inspection on site why the radio wouldn't charge, I had found the charger, one of the pins has collapsed. There's one pin there, the negative side. Positive pin is collapsed, and it's rolling around in the charger. Now this is a Motorola GP-68 with an extended battery. It's got the big extended battery on it. This belongs to a transportation company here, and they have this. So what I'm going to be doing today with this is I'm going to be fixing the charger, putting the pin back on, and if I'm correct, this thing is just hot melted on in these cheap little chargers. And I'm going to be reprogramming this radio via the keypad, because I can do that. I could plug it into the computer, but that's no fun. So we're going to get on the charger. We'll worry with the radio in a minute. The radio is got a charge on it, but it's not a very good charge. It's dead again. So we'll set him off to the side. Let's get into this charger. Get my tool set, screwdrivers, and I'm gonna need a big one. Phillips. Oh, don't you come out of there. Put you back there. And looks like it got some moisture. I think they had this sitting near an air conditioner or something, and the condensation kind of got to it. Let me see if I can't find something to put these screws in. Anything? Is there anything? Put them in the bag. Oh, here we go. I can put them in here. Trying to get into this habit of putting the screws in something like a little cup or something that I don't lose them. There's so many screws on this bench. If I lost them, I'd end up grabbing the wrong thing trying to put it back in here. Okay. Alright. Well, that one's wore out. Yeah, there's the pin right there. This has a transformer in it. It's 120 volts AC. I guess it drops it down to about 10 volts or something. Maybe less. 8.4 or something. Okay. Yeah, see, they're just hot melted on these little tabs, and they broke. Come off the little pillars here. This one here is coming off too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot snot it on a hot glue gun. And I'm going to do both. I can try to do this with the soldering iron, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I don't think there's enough room. There, let's turn it on. Soldering iron's already on. Okay, the hot glue gun's on now. It's warming up. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to make that very secure just by doing this. I mean, it helps it, but it's not where I like it. So I'm going to actually, I don't like these wires either. These are really thin wires. Can't do it without the transformer. But I might rewire this, because I'm not liking how thin it is. This is that very, very thin Chinesey, only a couple of strands of wire here. It's that very, very thin stuff, and I don't like that. I do have you know, some better wire that I can use right here. I might do that just for cause, because, you know, because this has a potential of breaking again, and I'm might ought to do this before I go to slinging hot snot around too in here, because, you know, reasons. So we'll cut off a length of this and go from there. We got a box of wire. This should be enough. And it's mainly the red one that I want to do. This is actually red and black, but you'll get the idea. If someone's working on it, they'll get the idea. It's negative. See, this is a much better wire. It's got more. This is actually a Motorola cable I stripped down and put in my, you know, reclamation wire box, so I can reuse it in other stuff. And so we'll make the Chinese charger better. It's a fairly simple charger, it looks like. It's this transformer. It's going into a rectifying circuit here. It doesn't look like it has a whole lot going for it. It's LEDs and you know. So we'll desolder you. This is lead, using lead-free solder. We'll reflow this. We'll make it better, stronger, faster, well, all that jazz. And I'm going this way because I'm going to hot glue this down. That goes to this switch to the center. So we'll pull that off. I'm going to clean up the switch here if I can. Well, give the Chinese an E for effort for trying, but we want some American quality here. So we're going to reflow, and I might as well reflow everything in this damn thing, because, you know, if you have any experience with Chinese products, especially things like this, then you'll know that in due time this stuff will fail. It's almost inevitable that it will. Okay. Oh, okay. My tripod's falling over. Yep. I took this off with a counterweight side nut, so it'll roll off. There. Sorry for that. Fix the camera. Make sure we burn a hole in the cable over here. Just a touch. Just a dab of do. Where's my rag? I need my tip off this thing. Trying to keep this clean. I got a little damp rag off the side over here. I cleaned the tip with. Supposed to have a sponge. I know. Yes, I know. Okay, this goes to the center. I'm going to cut off the excess. We'll go into the center. I really want to go through that hole, but I can't clear that hole to make it do that. So loose there, so I can get to it. Can't remember. I didn't sell them this radio. This is not one of my radios. This is something they bought that we're using. I guess, you know, whatever. Not going to argue with them on it if it's, you know, legal or not. It's got an FCC ID under it, so it's good enough for me, I guess. Okay, this black wire, I'm going to make it white. I think this is going to be the low side of the charging circuit anyway. And I'm going to keep that one black. So, we're pretty much done with the red. And the wire. Okay, this. Not sure what that is. It smells like hair. There's stuff on my oh, it's on my rag. I got kitty fuzz, kitty cat fuzz on my my soldering rag. I have a cat. She gets into everything. She sleeps up here sometimes, gets into stuff, and mischievous, you know how cats are. I think a better option here. I need to do this differently. I'm already not okay. Fall. I'm already not liking what's going on here. It's the epitome of cheapness. This is. These have holes through them, I believe. I believe they drilled this. Oh no, they didn't. Okay. It's got a simple 3-diode rectifier, and I'm assuming they're using an LED as another diode, and we got a resistor cocked up here that can be flattened down, that can be flattened down. But okay, they didn't drill it, so I'm gonna have to go back to the original plan and just tack the wires on. I really don't like doing it that way, but I have no choice. I'm not drilling holes in this. I just want to get it fixed and back where it needs to go, but I don't like the thin wiring that was put in there. Okay, so we'll do some magic here. The old wall wart to transformer. Alright, so I'll take a little white piece. And we'll put him just there. Okay. This run up to the switch. That's running up to the switch. That can come off now. Black off. And we'll leave it there. Leave that black one there because it's a marker. The switch sets up here. This flip over here. That is going to go roughly about right there. So, into the white one, the black one up. Black one's going to be about the same length. It's going to be done in just a minute. YouTube. I gotta get those 10 minutes, you know. Stretch it out for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, the magic number, right? You know, I gotta be like the rest of the greedy fuckers on there, you know. Just make content for no reason. Well, at least this I'm trying to give people a look into what I do on a daily basis with communications, radio, etc. I try to educate people. Oh god, that's way too much solder. Just sling it over there, why not? Whew, man, got a little too much on there. I don't like that, but it's worse what the Chinese do, right? Off. Should over in the box. I got some MTS 2000s I want to repair too, 800 megahertz stuff. I need to get them rebanded. I don't have the provisions to do that, unfortunately. I just don't see spending that kind of money on the piece of equipment that they want me to get to perform those types of things. You know, there's already a shop in town that does that. I just can't do it. It's insane. Motorola wants way too much money for that box. I've got a Motorola box, but it's the old stuff. So whenever I need a radio flashed, even me, I got to take it down to, actually, down to the Motorola guy downtown. Let him do it. He handles almost all the city, police, fire. I mean, I got some of it, but I don't do flashing. I don't want to do flashing. You know, it's just, it's not something that I see a whole lot of request for here. You know, people just don't, you know, they got to go down there anyway to get things authenticated to work on their systems. So I'm going to just leave it to them. I do more is your simpler types of stuff. I'll program trunking radios, but I'm not flashing radios. I don't do that. Okay, that's good. I'm making sure I'm putting a little extra solder on these because it's really weak. And yes, I know this is backwards, but I can flip this switch around if necessary to match the case. Okay, well, I'm not done with the black just yet, I guess. There's still one there. Okay, this will sit down. I'll tuck this down. This is going to sit in the base part like that, but I'm going to kind of do this. Wrap them. And then we'll position that in a minute. This transformer line here needs to, these are fine. Transformer wires are fine. I can't do anything about them anyway. Take this black one off of here. Reflow there. Here. Okay, another piece of this black wire. It's not the prettiest thing, but you know, it'll work. Good old American quality, huh? And this, I'm going to put a little slack on it, but it's going to go roughly about there, so I'll cut it right there. Strip it. And then a little piece to connect with. And now we can stick it down here. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. I think that my hot glue gun may be hot now. Okay, now I'm gonna just touch all these with this solder. That's a good pen. Just to make sure that there are no busted joints. It's always a good idea for Chinese electrical stuff like this to reflow them just to be, you know, the good side, safe side. Just to make sure. I mean, they're so bad about using lead-free solder that the joints break off, come apart, and yeah, okay, those should be fine. This is America. We use lead solder. Okay. Okay. Pin. Oh shit. Transformer's trying to get away from me. I could glue him down too, I think. I have enough glue in a gun to do that. But I do have glue in the gun to glue these down. In the spirit of China, we will hot snot this stuff down, especially this one. But I'm trying to do it in a way to where it's kind of neat and supportive. I'm not doing it just any old way. That's okay. It's gonna need to cool. I could glue the transformer down too if I needed to. It's rocking around in here. Okay. Switch sits in here. And I need to make sure. Oh, I need to make sure that I have it situated the right way. So plug this in. We'll stick the radio into the switches backwards, because yellow means low speed on here and it's high speed. So we're going to flip the switch, and then we'll make sure the wires aren't getting in the way of anything. And we'll put the screws back in. Now I noticed that one of these studs think it's this one. It's going and split, so I can do this, and that screw will it'll run down in there and grab again once I let that dry. That's what I'm doing there. I'm just kind of packing that stud back up so I can run the screw back down and it hold it, or not rattling around. The old cheap plastic here. So we try to make do with what we can. I can already feel it trying to. It'll grab that screw and be able to tighten it on down. Okay. Okay, now high speed. Flip the switch, low speed. Alright, so I think we're done with the soldering gun. We're done with the hot glue. Now I gotta go into programming. Alright, boys and girls, now comes the time to program the radio. I had to go through this before so I could get a feel of it, so I didn't look like an idiot trying to program it. Excuse me. Radio's got a little charge on it. I left it in, went to lunch, did some homework on the programming procedure, and this radio is currently in channel mode. It's in channel 1. Okay. To program this radio, if you buy a new one, more than likely it's going to be in VFO mode, or frequency mode rather. And you won't have to do this, what I'm about to do here, to get it into programming mode. But if you buy one used, it's in channel mode, or you have one that's in channel mode and you don't know how to get into it, then this is how you program it. And oh, the chair's turning. I'm trying to do this the right way, but I ended up being an idiot doing it. What you want to do, look down PTT, the monitor, and scan, and turn it on, and that's it. The radio's on, and you enter frequency mode by pressing this button right here, and you should see a frequency on the screen. Now, I've already programmed this radio. I was playing with it earlier, but anyway, you would enter the frequency, 452.12, and then it fills in the rest. And then you take and hold the yellow button down for about 3 seconds. It'll Peach CH1 program channel 1. Yes, hit the yellow button again. Channel 1's now programmed. Now, in your radio, you may not have this CTCSS or this plus, and I'll show you how to get that on channel 2. Actually, we'll go through it on channel 1 because why not? Anyway, you're in frequency mode. You've punched in your frequency, 452.12, whatever. For mine, this community repeater. And well, now you want your split, and you'll probably not have a plus or minus, so you'll hit this button here. That'll give you a plus. To do the PL code, the PL tones are not listed here. They're actually in a list, kind of like an FRS radio or one of those multi-service, like a marine radio. I guess a marine radio, no, a GMRS radio, things like that, a MERS radio. There's a list. You can find it online. There is an actual manual for this radio online. Anyway, you would hold the CTC, the SQLB down for about 3 seconds. You get a RPL, receive PL, and this doesn't stay up long. You have to start doing something or it's going to revert. I got it 016, which is PL 110.9. You hit it again, you get the transmit PL, you put that one in, and then you hit that. Okay, that locks it in frequency mode, and then you hold this button down again on the side. Program channel 1, yes, it's programmed. Back to channel mode, and you do this procedure right there for all the channels you want, turn it off, and this time you're gonna hit PTT monitor and this yellow button, turn the radio on. Now everything is now turned off. So the CTCSS is on. This is actually a that's monitor there. That's a backlight. Don't know if you could see that because of the camera light. That's backlight. That's monitor. That's transmit. This is like an open, like a no PL monitor. The CTCSS is on now. If you're in DPL, you're probably not going to have that on there. It won't list it. Also, in channel mode, you're not going to get the plus or minus here. That's only in frequency mode. But you turn it off, and you can hear the kickback of the new repeater we got. Yep. And then you can set your squelch with SQL, which is B. You can set it all the way down to 0, 1, 3, 4. I usually set these about 5. High power, low power, and you got scan. And that's basically how to program in channel mode. If you buy one of these new, you're more than likely you're going to have it in frequency mode, and you just dial them in and go. Past the part of me unlocking the radio, when I get to frequency mode to program it, the instructions are the same. You set the tone, set the PL per channel, or a VFO. I only went in and did channel mode, and then I locked the radio down because I don't want the end user punching in random frequencies and things like that. Of course, they could always look up things on the internet as well. And well, I'm going to slow charge this too. I was fast charging it. I'm going to slow charge it since the battery was all the way dead. But anyway, I don't want, you know, if they're going to go and change it they're going to do it at their own what do you call it, their own risk. Okay, I did my part to lock it down so they don't do that. If someone does it, then that's on their part. Anyway, that's basically how to program this GP-68. It's not a terribly bad radio. It does work. The audio from this one sounds pretty good. I mean, at least the mic audio. Although the speaker could sound a lot better. I mean, you know, I've got better radios. But for what it is and the cost, it's not a bad radio. If you want, you know, something with a little quality behind it, it does say Motorola, and it does have a Motorola model and TANPA number and all that on it. And they are worth getting the extended batteries. This is a 1200 milliamp hour NiCad. For some reason, it's fucking NiCad. But it is what it is. They usually come with a standard battery that is chopped off right here. This is the extended battery. So anyway, it seems to be a pretty fair radio. It is a Motorola radio. I mean, you can't go wrong there. And it is programmable, I think, up to 20 channels. Or you can just operate it in ham radio mode. You know, what I call BFO mode or frequency mode or ham mode. But it is a Part 90 radio. This one is. It's got a sticker, an FCC ID on it. So, but anyway, that's the GP-68 programming, and I'm Elf with ElfNet Gaming. And if you learned anything from the video, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, questions, suggestions, all that. Do keep in mind that I do curate my comments, so any negative comments, trolling comments, things like that will not see the light of day. Okay, so if you're going to leave a comment like that, you're leaving it in vain because no one else will see it. And I am sorry, everybody, that I have to do that. If you post a comment and it doesn't appear immediately, well, I have to go through them because we have grown man children and out in the world that don't know how to conduct themselves on the internet. But anyway, I am Elf with ElfNet Gaming, and I will see you in the next video.